Hi guys, it's me, Kenya. Thank you for coming and checking out my channel, Choppy Mom. So I've gotten some questions from you guys, and basically you guys have been asking like, hey, what the freak, Kenya? Why are you moving? Where are you guys going? Why are you going? So I'm gonna answer some questions today so that you can guys get like a little bit of some background on why we're moving and why we're leaving the US. All right, here we go. First question is, where did the idea of moving to the Dominican Republic come from? So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm Dominican. My mom is Dominican, my dad is Dominican. Hanley, my husband, he's Dominican. His mom is Dominican, his dad is Dominican. Hanley was raised all in the Dominican Republic. I, on the other hand, got here to the US when I was about 7. And I was going back and forth every summer, every vacation back to Dominican Republic. So I was there with me, my mom, mi tia, mi tios. I was there with all of my extended family. So when I had my kids, we always yearned for that, for them to have the same upbringings that we had, for them to have the same lifestyle of going to the lake, to going to the rivers and the beach. And it just, things started happening, and it just, when we would say, well, let's plan for this, let's plan for that, and then we started our careers and it just didn't happen. So we really, really, really wanted to get back to the root of having a family center, like where we go see our uncles, we go see our aunts, we see our grandmas. It just didn't happen for us, and we really want that for our kids. The next question is, why the Dominican Republic specifically? So basically, the main thing was we wanted our kids to kind of have our culture, not taking away from them being Americans. They're Americans, but we wanted them to have some of our culture. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know the internet's gonna be eating me alive, but my kids don't like mango. They don't like sancocho. You know, they just like drank Mori Soñando last year. So these are all things that they don't know what the national anthem sounds like in Dominican Republic. These are all things that my husband and I really wanted to take the time to emerge our kids into the culture. And that's why specifically Dominican Republic, because it's home to us. How does this move benefit your kids? I think that the ones that are going to benefit the most from this experience is going to be the boys, because they're not only going to see one half of it. Now they're going to have the American lifestyle, and now they're going to see the Dominican lifestyle. So they'll be able to compare like things that I like about DR, things that I like about the US, and it's gonna broaden their horizons a little bit more about why we, my husband and I, are the way we are. And another thing is the language situation. I am a language teacher. Like, if you know me, I've taught dual language, early exit program. I've been in the language department for a very long time, since 2013, 14. So my kids only know English. They do not know Spanish. They speak like little words and then they're stuck. I feel like this full immersion that we're gonna do, I can't wait to see them grow in the language itself. Like, see them going from one word sentence to 3 word sentence to full sentences. We're excited for them. And I feel like this is gonna be great to get them connected internationally and get them to be bilingual global citizens. So that's where we are on that. The next question reads, what about education? So I'm a teacher. Obviously, this is super, super important to me because I've been in education for so long. I know that, education is important. There are some excellent international schools, and that's kind of where we're aiming of going towards the international school arena in Dominican Republic. And I just want you to know that education doesn't stop in the classroom. Education it's beyond the classroom. Like, these are things that parents are supposed to be doing beyond the classroom, you know? So for me, I know that this is not going to be something that's going to be an issue, because one, we're going to look for top-notch education for the boys, and two, they're always continuously learning outside of the classroom. The next question was, how will income and budgeting work on the move? So I want to talk to you guys about this. Haley and I are not rich. I'm a teacher. We all know teacher salary could be kind of iffy. And Hanley works for the Department of Veterans Affairs. So we are middle class Americans here. And we're going to be middle class Americans there. We're aiming for a sustainable middle class family in Dominican Republic. We're not trying to live lavish. We're not trying to go on excursions every day. That's not what we're here for. We're building a simple, sustainable lifestyle on a middle class income. Now, I'm going to be transparent with you because I don't like people lying. I have a pension from the U.S. Army because I'm a veteran. I'm a U.S. veteran, and we also have an income property. So we have like a little bit of diversified income. Plus, I'm going to work. Okay. I don't ever want to stop teaching. I love to teach. So I'm going to work. I don't know in what arena I'm going to be in or at what school. I'll let you guys know down the road when I get a job. And Hanley is going back into pharma where he's still in pharma here, but now he wants to step back into pharmaceuticals over there. So we're still going to work. We're still going to keep budgeting because we need to. And that's as far as income and budgeting. Are you nervous about leaving the US? I am. I'm really nervous, but I feel like I'm not nervous for myself. I'm more nervous for the kids. I have two boys. They're in like a weird situation, like, weird age groups. Andrew's 13 and Benjamin is 9. So he's going to be 10 when we move. So he's going into 5th grade. Andrew's going into 8th grade. So it's going to be kind of turbulent years of a preteen and a teenager. I'm worried about how they're going to acclimate, if they're going to like it. I'm super worried. But the only thing we can do is leave it in God's hands and move towards intention. And then hopefully everything will align. And if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. We can always come back. The next question is, what lifestyle are you hoping to create? A simple lifestyle. Sustainable lifestyle, a family-centered lifestyle. These are all things that we want. We're not lavish people. We want to spend Sundays with our aunts. We want to go cherry picking with our uncles. We want, if somebody needs help, we want to be there. Hey, you need help laying down towel. We want to help you lay down towel because you're family. And I feel like Hanley and I grew up like that, but we haven't had the chance to show our kids that, All right, next question. It says, what do you hope to share here on Choppy Mom? So basically what I want to share is, one, our planning, our doubts, our wins, our losses. I feel like everything's not going to be perfect, but I'm excited to know that things are about faith, family, culture, and the courage to do it. Because I feel like sometimes, I think what's happened to Hanley and I is that we've been married since 2012, and we've talked about this so many times, but we haven't had the courage to do it because life happens, right? You get married, have kids, get jobs, and it's never been, where are we going to do it? And I feel like God has spoken, and he's spoken to me in my heart, and I feel like this is the time to do it. So if you're here to follow me in this journey and my family, hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you for coming here today, and I'll see you next time. Hasta la próxima. Adios.